Can't hear you.
Well, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Good. All right.
Yep.
Yay! I don't know
That's
what
staying clear.
That was just weird. Hold on. I think it's my.
It wouldn't be a stream without tech issues.
There we go. Now I can hear you guys. So. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Orlea Origins. I am Will, or the Halfling Wizard, and we're going to go around real quick and let everybody kind of introduce themselves, tell us who they are, who they're playing, and I'm going to let you guys give us a recap of where your characters were, except for you, Nick, obviously, because you weren't here last time, and I've got something special for you. Let me bring Taryn in real quick.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
So, yeah, we're going to go around. Just tell us who you are, who you play, and give us a recap of what your character went through last session, just for shits and giggles. I'm curious to see. So we're going to start with Lisa.
Hello, I'm Lisa, Winterwolf Orlea in chat. I play Willow, an Eldrin druid, and it's all Bellinor's fault. He decided to make some weird deal with some dragon that we know nothing about and release him into the world after he has been called like the devil incarnate. We don't know what happened. I know that Kel and I spent a lot of time behind a ice wall trying to figure out how to get through it. And I said, wall of fire, maybe 10 times. But the dragon was released. We don't know what's up with Bellinor, but as I said earlier, we never know what's up with Bellinor, so that's not really new. And we came through the other side of the mountain. We don't know where we are.
No, you do not. That's the great thing about it all.
You know, we should just put a big sign on Bellinor saying, "Do not let me talk to strangers." You know? Stranger danger.
Oh no! At that point, it's you gotta have a talk with them, saying like, if someone offers you, in Bellinor's case, an alcoholic drink, you don't get into the van.
That's very fair. All right, let's go to Kel next.
Hey, I'm Kel, also known as Celtic Wyvern King, playing Kieran, our ASMR Lore Bard. But yeah, Bellinor pretty much unleashed a demon, maybe dragon type thing. We're not 100% sure because they're saying they're a dragon, but they could be a demon. We'll find that part. All Kieran knows is next time Bellinor tries shit like this, he is walking away and letting Bellinor die. This is now like the third time Bellinor has done something like this.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. All right. Speaking of the devil, let's go right to him. Taryn.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Taryn. I get to play Bellinor, who has been aptly described as the guy that decides to press the big red button. He didn't do anything wrong, okay? He made a deal with somebody to release them because he related to them. That's all that happened. It was fine. Nothing bad happened. Yeah.
Nothing bad happened at this particular moment.
Yeah, you give it a little bit.
It's, it's all relative. It's all relative. All right, let's go to Nick, who's going to tell us who he is, who he plays.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nick. I play Varric Wolfspear Vigari, the Goliath Barbarian, who can't wait to find out what the heck happened. I'm sure he'll be very excited.
So here's your question. What do you think happened to Varric?
Judging by what I saw, Like when like me or him, because I watched the VOD and I saw everything that went down. Nothing. It's to him it'd be all hearsay. Like he drank the tea, came out perfectly fine. Everyone's like, he opened the giant. Like, yeah, no, he drank tea. Like, what are you guys worried about?
Okay, we can go with that.
That's like because out of character, we've all played with Will before, so we are scared of what Will's fiendish mind thinks of.
Nah, you know. So real quick before we get into the action of awesomeness, want to shout out our charity that we're running right now, which is Freedom Service Dogs Inc. They pair up service dogs to veterans. They're a great group. They're awesome. We're trying to raise $500 for them. We're going to run this charity until we reach our goal, because what they do is very important, and especially to our men and women who have served, come back from war-torn areas, seen the things that they've seen, experienced things they've experienced, and service dogs help them through coping. So, yeah, if you can, please do donate. Donate as little or as much as you wish. Every little bit helps. Every dollar counts. So, yeah. All right, so let's move on in. Yeah, when we were last here, our group. Oh, and also we have a player who'll be coming in a little bit late. That's our resident goblin Mint. Christian will be in shortly. But when we were last here, yes, you guys were in an underground cavern. There was a big temple-like structure. There was something imprisoned. You were like, hey, let's all get the heck out of here. As you were leaving, Bellinor gets the call. He turns and goes back. The door closes. He basically unleashes who knows what. And you all try to stop him, but yeah, that didn't work. We all kind of figured that wasn't going to work because we all know Bellinor. But he made a deal with an entity, dare I say, who referred to himself as Eryndor, the brother to Evessis and Eldrin, who are our dragon deities. Evessis being on the light side, Eldrin being on the dark side, and Eryndor kind of falls in the middle. He's sort of a neutral element. Or at least that's what he says. That's who he says he was. So I am sure that won't come back to us later. So you eventually, you all found yourselves. You had to walk through the door. You walked through the door. You found yourselves on the other side of the mountains, standing before the very, very massive forest beyond. But before we get to where you guys are headed, let's take a step backwards and talk about Varric. Because Varric is oddly missing the last session, and no one even noticed, by the way. So, all right. So, Varric, the very last thing that you remember is them trying to break the door down and getting through. When they opened that door and it went down a hallway, they stepped through, went down the hallway. You followed behind. But when you entered, as you were beginning to enter, and we're going to go back to this, and this is you. So as you're moving forward to enter the door, you see your friends go through. You see them fine. They did it. Boop. As you approach the door, you hear a voice that tells you their path is not yours.
He's literally going to stop in his tracks and just... Gods?
Step forward and start your journey.
He will literally take a step forward. Like,
As
okay.
you step, are you going to take a step into the doorway, or are you just a step forward to see what happens?
Yeah, just a step forward. He's like,
okay. Nothing happens. You just take a step forward, nothing really happens.
Okay, so he takes a step through the doorway then.
Yeah, you'll hear the say the same thing. Step forward in the journey, thick barbarian. Why barbarians? Why do they always want to be barbarians?
Because it's fun to be stupid. Ah,
All right, so you cross the threshold. When you go to cross the threshold, think of if you look at the hallway that you see your friends in, think of it like a card shuffler. It just sort of goes, and then you have a completely different hallway. Basically, your friends are gone. The hallway even looks different. This one looks a lot less structured and more sort of natural.
Willow, Kieran,
All you hear
Vince.
is echoes. Man,
He's not going to say Bellinor because he remembered Bellinor was on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he kind of turns around, turns back towards. He's just going to keep moving forward.
okay. As you enter the cavern or the hallway, it's not a cavern, it's a hallway. As you enter the hallway, it's very calm yet foreboding. There's not necessarily a sense of danger, but there is a sense of being alert.
Okay. Yeah, he's
As
got his
Oh, go
hand
ahead.
on his spear. No, I'm saying if that's the case, he's got his hand on his spear. Not necessarily like ready to attack, but it's the spear equivalent of keeping your gun at a low ready, essentially,
Right, I got you.
just in case. Yeah.
I got you. Okay. As you walk, you don't walk very far, and it kind of opens up into a chamber, and there is. It's sort of. It doesn't look structured again. It looks like just an open cavern, like in the mountain. Nothing's built in. Nothing's been chiseled away. It just all looks natural. Except there is in the center what looks like some sort of statue or totem.
He's gonna walk up to the statue and then inspect it.
Okay. You can roll me a perception or a history check, or even a religion check. One of those three.
So a +6 or a +0. I'm gonna go for perception.
Okay. Roll that perception.
Never mind, that's an 8. I
Yes,
have to bust out the physical dice again. Man.
your passive perception is.
Yeah, passive perception is 16.
Okay. As you're looking at it, sorry, second. I lost my. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Sorry, I lost my little video down. There it goes. All right. So with that, you notice that it is a totem, and it's very old. It's sort of covered with dust and webbing, aged. To get a good look at it, you're going to have to kind of clean it off if you want to get a really good look at it. What you do? What you gonna do?
He's gonna dust it with his hand, kind of roughly.
Okay.
Get his clean, yeah.
Don't
Yeah, that's
rub the magic lamp.
It does. You can tell it has. It does. It is like hand carved. This is not a natural formation. So you can feel the straight lines. You can feel the cuts as you're cleaning it off, and as you get it, for the most part, cleared, or as much of it as you can, because it's pretty tall, even taller than you. you do clear off the part that matters, and what you see is a totem to your deity.
Oh man. Okay. I'm trying to.
What do you do?
I know what he would want to do. I'm just trying to think if there's anything. Yeah, no, he'd take it.
Well, it's can't take it. It's like a
Oh, okay.
statue. It's
Oh, okay. He's gonna try and like. Ah, dang it. Okay.
yeah, it's not like a medallion or something. It's like a statue. It's not-
Okay. I was gonna trade like Indiana Jones it maybe. I don't know, but maybe look to see if there's any markings or symbols or anything, or do I know for a fact that this is? You're saying that
yeah,
this is
you know it.
my deity that's talking about like the bear?
Yeah,
Okay. Oh shit.
yeah.
Okay.
This is your deity. It's like
So
you would recognize it because there are versions of it in your village.
okay. He's
This
going.
one's, but it's very the same.
I think he would probably put himself into a rage just to adopt his more bear-like features. He's got
Okay.
the hair growing fur out. He's got the hands turning into claws, teeth growing into like giant bear teeth, becoming just more bear-like. As if he knows, like if nothing's going to happen, he'll at least try to show appreciation to it in this form.
Okay. So when you do that, the energy you put off, it fills the room, and the eyes of the deity totem begin to glow.
Okay.
And you will hear whispers throughout this cavern. You'll like whispering, but you'll also hear this like low like growl echoes through the chamber. And you will hear a voice that tells you, climb to find the answers.
Okay, he's gonna try and climb the statue, taking it super literally.
Yeah. No, you
Yeah.
scurry up the statue. I mean, nothing there.
So
And you
okay,
hear climb to find the answers. And it echoes through the chamber. It's this sort of growly, climb to find the answers. As it just sort
I
of
think
echoes.
he's gonna drop down and kind of drop to one knee, put his spear up, and lower his head in reverence to this bear spirit.
Okay. And you will hear the voice again. It'll say, climb to find the answers. Follow your instincts. And I want you to do a survival check.
$18.
As you hear that, follow your instincts. As you're down on the floor, basically showing reverence, you see in the stone floor of this cavern, you see bear paws like etched into the stone, leading away from the totem. Just like right underneath you.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna follow him, like no hesitation.
Okay. So as you follow these bear tracks, they come to a wall. They just dead end. As you look up the wall, you will see about 150 to 200 feet above you. You'll see another totem on an outcrop.
He's thinking about his instincts, looking up. He's like, okay, got his claws out. He's gonna just try to scale the wall with his claws.
Okay. So as you begin to scale this sheer cliff wall. Do performance for me. Performance check. Let's see how well you do. Actually, no. Let's do an athletics check.
Oh, went from a +6 to a +10. Dang it. 29.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're just like with that rage in you. Your claws just like literally go into the stone as you claw your way to the top. You eventually get to this sort of outcrop, and there again, there's another image of the bear. And as you look at the ground again, as you kind of pull yourself up, you see the bear paws leading to that totem. And then there's a spot in front of the totem that seems worn. Like either people have sat there and sat there and sat there and sat there, or some sort of, it's the very stone is sort of worn into a sort of shallow sort of dip.
He's going to, what looks like it's probably worn from repeated contact.
Yes.
He's going to rub his hand over it.
Okay. It's very smooth.
Nice.
And it feels like, it looks like it's where people have sat like cross-legged.
Okay, he's going to plop himself.
Okay. When you sit in the spot, go ahead.
I was going to put his butt in the seat. That's awesome.
Ooh, it's contoured. So when you sit down and you look at the totem, you'll hear a voice. This one's not as gravelly. This one's a lot softer. But it does say, "Let your rage fill you."
That's not hard. Okay. He's going to think about all the strife and exile and pain and suffering that he's been through and kind of like play it repeat over and over again. And I'm assuming there's going to be a little inklings of repressed memories that of him slaughtering his village over and over again that he just doesn't remember in the forefront. And it's just like an engine just winding himself up. He's just going to claws out and bellow scream.
As you do that, you just sort of, and you suddenly you look at it and you freeze. Your eyes go black, and you've entered a trance. At this point, every memory that was locked or lost to you floods back. You feel the full weight of everything just pile on you. You feel every betrayal, every love, the exile, the banishments. I mean, you feel all of it again, as if you will literally relive your entire life in like a couple of seconds.
Yeah, despite the fact that he has black eyes, it's just tears pouring down.
Okay, good. So, no, not good. You sort of like relive, and it's just like all the way up to the deed of killing the spirit, and the exile, and the loss, and the love, and then all of those memories that were lost to you now have come back to you. That when then it just sort of hits you like just, and you kind of fall backwards, and your eyes go back to normal. And as you sit up, there in front of you is the avatar of your clan's first chieftain.
Do I recognize him, or is it just sort of a okay?
You know it because it's Olgar the One-Eyed. That's his name.
Ooh, okay.
And he is like, he's more bear than human, but he's a deity. He's basically a deity. And he challenges you to prove your worth by taking the trial of the ancestral growls. And this trial there's no bloodshed in this. This is all about restraint. So you immediately feel your rage go away. And he is going to tell you that your strength comes more in your restraint than your basically releasing your anger. Restraint can be just as powerful. And at that point, he then says, "Come with me." And he stands and he holds his paw hand out to you.
Absolutely. Following him, yeah, 100%.
So he pulls you up and he walks behind where the totem was. There's like an archway now, and he walks through the archway. As you walk through the archway, you will, and I'm going to let you describe these because only you would know these. Okay. He's going to take you through aspects of your life.
Okay.
You're going to start out at a moment when you were very, very, very young and something traumatic happens to you. What is that moment?
So he was in his tribe and was messing around. It's sort of like a kid with a big stick. He's messing around with his dad's hunting spear. And when doing so, his dad tries to stop him, and he accidentally, not like gravely, but like seriously injures his dad to the point where his dad can't participate in like the annual hunt of all the different tribes. It's sort of like a gathering of all the tribes coming together and going on a hunt. And because his dad can't go, his mom has to go in his place, and she's not as strong a hunter, and that is the hunting trip that she left and never came back.
Okay. So as you relive this experience, and it's you reliving it. It's not you watching it happen. It's you reliving the moment. So you are reliving this sort of traumatic moment, and every molecule of your being wants to try to alter history. But you find that you cannot do that. You find that no matter what you try to do, the outcome is the same. And the voice will constantly be telling you to learn from your past. Learn from your past. Use the trauma and the pain to help yourself. Do not get lost in the anger and the rage and the self-hate and all of that, because it will take you to a very bad place. And then you see your mother putting on her hunting garb, going with the tribe to hunt, and then the tribe the hunters walking back without her, or either that or with her body. I don't remember. I can't remember if she was like gone, or they brought her back, or I can't remember.
Oh yeah, she was gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So coming back without her, and then telling you and your father about what happened. And even though your father never said it to you, that he basically blamed you for it. And when all he does in the relive is he just looks at you with this look of, if you hadn't been messing with my spear, this wouldn't have happened. And then you're taken out of that, and you're brought to a place of great sorrow. What would that be?
that would be my. There's a moment in my trial after I killed the wolf that the chieftain, our chieftain, asks if there's anyone that wants to come out and like defend my actions, and my head snaps to my father, and my father is just standing there, not moving.
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
26.
Good. You feel the rage building in you, but you're able to pull it down. And the voice will tell you that, again, your rage does not define you. It enhances you, but it does not define you. Do not let it define you. And then to another moment. And this will be your banishment, like your full-on exile, having to relive your exile.
Yeah. He just clothes on his back, days worth of rations, and a spear that he used to kill the wolf. That's all he's given, and then just out into the woods. Don't know. They don't care where I go. I can't be there.
And then your brain. All right, cool. All right, and then from there, they take you to the tribe where you made your oath recently.
The wolf tribe. Yeah.
Yep. So they take you to that moment, and
Okay.
they give you the brand, and that you feel it again. All of these experiences you're feeling as if you're there again. You feel all the pain, the emotion, everything, and everything that you're witnessing and you're experiencing just makes you angry. And at this point, Olgar, he turns to you and he says, "Now, prove to me your restraint." And did the 22 hit you?
Yes, the 22 hits me.
He said, "Now prove that you've learned your to restraint." He hits you with his claws, and you will take 22 points of slashing damage. That's just the first one. As he swipes you with the second one, I'm assuming that's going to hit too. That was a 17 on the die, so that's going to be a 26.
26? Yeah, that hits.
No, sorry. 21. Sorry.
Oh, in that case, no, it doesn't hit.
Okay.
Oh, it definitely
So
hits. Yeah,
Oh, did it actually hit? Okay.
it
Well,
actually. I was joking.
Okay. I didn't know where your AC was.
I got you. I got remarkably low AC for him.
That's a 32. That's 32 points of slashing damage.
God damn it. Oh.
So,
He
what do you
is
do?
fighting every instinct in his body to fight back. The fact that not only has he learned through like battle and hunting, but after getting exiled, he became a sort of a professional fighter. all of his instincts are screaming at him to fight back. He's forcing himself to stand still.
Okay. So you don't fight back?
Not at all. You see him just standing there, claw. He's just like,
Elgar will say to fight, to choose not to fight when being attacked is foolish. To choose not to attack when you get nothing from it is foolish. You should only attack in defense and nothing else. And so he says, defend yourself. And he's going to swipe at you again.
oh man. He doesn't
good.
learn quickly.
That one missed. That one totally missed. That one missed as well. So you're
Okay.
lucky.
So he's gonna kind of like duck, dodge, and do his mind just goes straight to his professional fighting. He's gonna do his signature move, the wolf spear, where he kind of like jumps onto his shoulders onto the ground and he kips up with his feet straight out at the chieftain.
Okay.
Is that an unarmed attack? I'm assuming.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not hitting with
That was
a
a-
spear.
That was a nat 1. That was an 11. Does an 11 hit this original chieftain spirit god? No.
He's just going to see you falter. And he's going to say, focus yourself. Focus all of your restraint. Let it fill you. Let your restraint fill you like your rage filled you. And you will find your strength.
You say he has his weapons, right?
Yeah. You've
Varric
got your
does?
weapon.
Okay.
You've
Yeah.
got everything. Yeah.
So he had initial spear out. He's got his spear, and he's going to go for just instead of he normally would pepper him with the small attacks. He's just all on one attack. He's just going to try and throw it all straight to the center.
Okay. Do it.
Do not be a net 1. 21.
21. That will hit.
Nice. Okay. No. God dang it. D20. There we go. Yep. I swear to God. They keep shrink minimizing on me. That is 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So as the spear flies and pierces him in the chest, like right in the center of his chest, it literally kind of looks like it goes through him, and you hear it hit the wall behind him. And he stops, and he looks at you, and he says, your restraint is as powerful as your rage. Remember that. And he'll say, know that now you carry something far older than fury itself. You carry the burden of legacy. As he reaches out, and on your forearm, he cuts your forearm. There's a scratch, a deep scratch. It immediately, as he scratches it, it scars immediately. So there's no blood, there's no anything. It just scars immediately. And he also says that you will also find strength and forgiveness of yourself. You will do no one any good if you basically hate yourself. Everything will come from a negative space as opposed to a positive space. Remember the teachings of your people. Though you be banished, that will not necessarily always be the case. Go forth. Follow your path. Follow it with a little more light and not so much darkness. As sort of the room sort of wisps into smoke, and you just see him sort of get enveloped in the smoke in his eyes, and then he just disappears. And you find yourself outside.
Wait, where's my spear?
Standing, it's on your back.
Okay.
And you're standing there and you're looking like the mountains to your back, and you're looking towards the woods, the forest, and then you hear your compatriots behind you.
Oh, what the?
So
Hey
before
guys.
that real quick, let's let Christian introduce himself, who he's playing, and the question this one was, give us a little recap of what your character did last session.
Okay, Christian here. I play Mint Orcanus, the Goblin Bloodline Paladin, Oath of the Dragon. I think that's the first time I've got it right in like decades. I think there's gonna need to be like a little like author's note on the Patreon that says when you play this class, you have to mispronounce what it is all the time.
Absolutely.
All right, so well, Mint, if I remember correctly, Mint dropped down to try to convince Bellinor to stop doing whatever he was doing. And then when he found out it had to do with dragons, he was just like, oh, okay. Like, that doesn't seem too bad. And I think he also learned that old Granny Evessis is not an old granny.
Yeah.
And so his goblin mind is like processing how those two things can be this true, like how he can be the dragon's brother and a granny at the same time. And yeah, I think that was it. I think he just kind of like was like, okay, and then he went to go grab some bones, and then they skedaddled, and he grabbed bones when he was leaving.
Yep, that's basically exactly what he did. All right, so now that we have that, so you guys have just stepped through the doorway, and you suddenly there's Varric standing in front of you, and you're all out on the other side of the mountain.
I found some bones.
I got a scar.
Where have you been?
I just have to say, I know I was originally hesitant about going into this mountain and not going over it or around it. But man, this mountain was awesome. I was able to talk to a original chieftain from my tribe in spirit form. He was like a giant bear, and he taught me about restraint and rage. And I got all these memories. It was a lot. I'm still kind of going through it, but yeah, that was ultimately a net positive. So this mountain's awesome. I don't know if that was your guys' experience or not.
Well, we just released on purpose released a dragon that may or may not be the devil.
I think that's equally as awesome in my opinion, but you know.
Wait, what? What?
Also, old lady Evessis isn't an old lady after all. I don't know if I should still call him old lady Evessis, but I guess I'll ask him next time. Them next time.
Yeah, like whatever they want to be called. Honestly, it's you just got to respect them and what they want to be called. So
I'm just more interested in how I can make myself look like an old lady.
Give it time. Give it time. Okay.
So you guys released a devil dragon on purpose.
It's the sibling of Evessis.
I'll say we didn't. Bellinor did.
Whoa, what?
We, pointing at Willow and myself, tried to stop him.
Yeah, Bellinor has this weird kink for doing like things that he shouldn't do.
Okay. Oh God.
I can't even argue with that.
Hold on.
So anyway, I found all these bones, and this one looks like the femur of like something really big.
Yeah, pick it up and look at it and be like, this is a massive. It's a good find. So, you guys release the dragon? It let you out over here?
Yeah, it's pretty cool thing. I don't know what it's called. It's pretty cool. I had some drinks with it.
Okay.
It's fine. They're overreacting. Okay, just don't pay attention to what they're talking about. Everything's fine. Obviously, we're not all dead.
Did you see the devil dragon?
Yes, ish.
You
Kind of.
you saw a devil dragon.
I just heard
saw
in
a
my head.
dragon. Yeah, I mean, kind of.
Okay.
It's complicated.
You know what? That's a problem for future us. Present us right now, I'm just happy with what we went through. Mint's got an awesome bone. Yeah.
I say, Varric, remember, we are our future selves now. So this is a problem for us now.
It's
Oh,
not
shit.
a problem. You guys are overreacting. Nothing bad is happening. I promise.
Okay, so we're gonna have to take turns, like, watching Bellinor, then, is what you're saying.
Okay, let me put it to you this bluntly. I
No,
make
no,
many
no.
deals with many powerful beings, and obviously I'm still here being normal. So
Restraint. Restraint.
For now.
Normal?
Yeah, you guys normally see him kind of like getting red with anger. He's just like restraint. Restraint. Okay. I'm blaming you. Let's keep moving. He just points right at Bellinor and turns and walks.
you guys are so quick to blame me for stuff that isn't even that bad. I'm doing dope shit here, all right?
I'm sorry, out of character, Bellinor is 100% bratting right now.
I'm doing dope shit.
I love I'm doing dope shit.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Anyways, wait, why didn't you go through the mountain? What happened? Like, did you go up and over, or like?
No, the tunnels did a weird shuffle thing, and then I went into a different tunnel. And they said that was my path. So it was a really cool statue.
I'm not
of a
the
bear.
only one listening to these weird voices that are telling me where to go. All right.
But my weird
Oh.
voices in my head were of the original chieftain of my tribes, and he was like mostly bear. So
And this specific voice that's in my head was a dragon god thing.
yeah,
You see-
that's not the same thing.
It's
pretty similar
perfectly
with
normal.
yeah, it's similar to what he's got going on, and I'll point at Matt.
It's perfectly normal to hear dragons in your head.
I love it.
And I thought I was the one with issues. No.
Yeah, Karen's going to chime
Not
in
really.
like Karen's going to chime in just going, am I the normal one here?
No.
I mean, Karen doesn't hear voices or see shit.
Well, I do see shit, so.
That's why I said it that way.
Maybe you're the abnormal one.
All right.
Voices or see shit.
We can't go back and change what has happened, so let's
Just keep
continue.
swimming. Just keep swimming.
Keep swimming, swimming. Okay. So as you are all wanting to move ahead, as you all sort of go, okay, let's focus, everybody. We still have things to do. As you turn, you now, instead of the mountain, you now see extremely old and ancient, dense forest lies before you.
Was that there a minute ago?
All I know is every time we've ever walked into a forest that's mysteriously appeared before us, good things have come of it. Every single time.
And Mint just starts just walking into the forest.
I like his confidence, and I'm going to follow him.
Wait, if memory serves correctly, like nobody remembers what happened was it Duskville? Right? Except for Varric now, because all of his memories came back.
Yep.
I thought Mint remembered that he was a dog.
Things
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
But-
I would say that was a town that had all the fucking, what were those things called?
The
Dusk
weird rates
Yeah, no.
and stuff.
Kieran has the full memory. Y'all got your memories wiped. I had to remind y'all
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was Kieran whose memory.
because you were about to sell your soul to fucking Zebulba.
Yeah, that's right. But now you have them all.
Yeah, he's not moving at the moment. He's just standing there. Maybe we shouldn't go into the forest that just mysteriously appeared in front of us.
As Mint disappears into the brush, he's like, I wonder what animal I'll turn into next.
Kieran is just the whole anime hung low, going God fucking damn it.
You can't argue with that logic. And he walks into the forest.
It's like, how am I turning into the responsible one as he just watches everyone walk in?
How out of curiosity, how thick is the vegetation? Is it like
Oh, it's pretty thick. I mean, you can walk into it, but there is a lot of undergrowth.
would you argue that the undergrowth is taller than Mint?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so then he's doing his dolphin dive in and out of the like chasing a grasshopper or something.
I love that. I love that a lot. Okay. So Mint has just sort of taken off and gone, and Bellinor has followed. And what is everyone else doing? I'm sorry,
I'm following.
Okay, so Varric is right behind.
Yeah, Willow and Kieran are the ones who have not walked in yet.
Okay. So Willow and Kieran are still.
It's like, well, shall we?
Again, how have I turned into the responsible one as he just motions for you for ladies first?
All right, I'll go in.
You go ahead and go first.
Well, not going in first because men are doing this there.
As a druid, does this seem like natural forest, or
this
something off with it?
No, it's natural. There's nothing off with other than it's ancient.
Okay.
And there is probably something with it. It's not like magically grown. If that's what you're wondering.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying, is this like legit forest? I'll be happy with a legit forest at this point, okay?
Out of curiosity, would there be any stories or legends in for this area?
Do a history check. Anybody can do a history check.
Ooh, 23.
Okay. Anybody else?
History? Sure. I don't know that I would know anything, but
I rolled a 7.
Yeah, no, you don't know.
I rolled a 6.
Wow.
Again,
Druid with the 6.
Mint is too busy hunting grasshoppers, so I rolled a 18 to hunt grasshoppers.
Love it. Okay. So, Kieran, yeah. You know this forest. This is Blackthorn Forest. This is dark stuff. It's massive and it's full of all manner of weird things. A lot of legends around it. A lot of people going missing. A lot of whole towns going missing. Yeah, there are no roads through this forest, and there's no way around it. Because it extends from the northernmost part of the continent and runs well down into the middle of it.
Yeah, so as we enter and start going deeper, I'm like, oh, son of a bitch, I thought this was what it was. Fuck. And he's just mumbling to himself with that. Just like all the stuff you just said.
So yeah. Nick, did you get those 2 things I sent you?
I did. Yeah, I'm just adding them to my character sheet.
I just sent you a new thing that you need to look at, which replaces.
So you did.
Replaces. Yeah, you can read up on it while we're doing this. So this is Blackthorn Forest. It's known. It's very well known historically and mythologically. It's said it's where gods like to play.
Even more reason. Even more reason for Kieran to be mumbling under his breath because he's not a fan of the gods.
Well, I'm just checking out the vegetation as we go through, looking for herbs to replenish my stash. Nature.
You can do your nature checks.
That's a 9.
You're not finding anything that you don't necessarily need. Like you haven't found anything rare, or what you have found, you're probably like, oh, I've got plenty of that. I don't need any more. So it's not that you're not finding anything. It's just that, I've got plenty of that, or I've got plenty of that.
Gotcha.
So you can intermittently kind of do nature checks as you go to see if you find anything.
Okay.
But currently, not finding anything that you were like, ooh, hey, I could really use that. Ooh, I don't know what that is. Let me grab some of it.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, Mint, you're dolphining yourself through the underbrush. Where's Brenna at this point?
That's a great question. Where is she? Is she? I mean, I think what I would think would happen is Brenna would follow suit, but she's also the size of a dragon.
Yeah.
So she would do the same thing.
Yeah, just mashing the undergrowth.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it'd be, as you see Mint sort of doing his little, this sort of thing, you see Brenna try to do it, and she's hiding, but you can full on see her. Yeah. Okay. So she's just sort of following you, which is great for everybody else because she's kind of creating a path for everyone to follow.
It's like you get like vegetation and then a big smashed area and then vegetation and a
big smashed area. Yep. So that's what I mean. All right, Bellinor, what are you doing?
I think now that he's probably had a little bit of time to kind of really think about what he's done, he's questioning it a little bit more because it was a little odd, but he still is one of those guys that he's never gonna admit that he did something wrong, so he's questioning it more, but trying to really not show that he's questioning it more. So he's just kind of lost in thought as he's following this giant path that Brenna is making in front of him. just not really paying any attention like he normally does.
Okay. Just like, okay. All right. So you guys, walk and you walk and you walk, and it just feels like forever. And at this point, the canopy is getting so thick that you can't tell if it's day or night. As it actually starts to dim, the light begins to dim in the forest as you continue walking. So it's starting to feel like it's nighttime as it gets darker and darker and darker.
I did another nature check and got a 21.
Okay. As you are as Brenna is stomping the vegetation, she is uncovering like some mushrooms that you're not familiar with. That could possibly
I
have
hope
some.
Mint doesn't.
Okay,
I hope Mint doesn't see those first. I will gather some of the mushrooms.
Okay. And you'll see some other things, a little bit of fungus and some flowers that you're familiar with that you're running low on. So you'll be able to get your pouches back to full pretty quickly.
I'm just foraging, you know.
Okay. All right. So as we continue on, Brenda kind of stops and puts her head up, looks around, and then just lets out the biggest yawn. And she's done. So she literally, like what dogs do when they nest. She does 4 or 5 or 6 circles and then just lays down.
Mint's gonna, like a meerkat, also on all fours, just like mimic, but he's gonna be on the top of her head doing circles.
Okay.
And he'll kind of do like that little look around. I'm reading here that they have true sight when bonded, so he's going to use that true sight to scan.
Yep.
Let me see here. That is a 21 to perception.
Okay. You don't see anything. You could probably see some woodland critters scurrying around, but nothing that seems out of the ordinary or dangerous.
He looks at the woodland critters, and it's like his eyes zero in on them. None of them being pheasants. He just kind of squints, and then he lowers his head back down and lays down.
Okay. So the rest of you see Brenna kind of do this, and just down she goes. She also sort of scratches in the center of this nest that she's made. She creates a pile of brush and sticks and logs, and she just goes and starts a fire. So she's camping down for the night. She's tired.
I guess we're making camp right here. You know?
I don't know about you guys, but where the dragon sleeps, I'll sleep. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lay down.
Okay. How about the rest of you? Belenor?
That was kind of hard to argue with the dragon as Kieran sets up his stuff.
Fair enough.
Belenor will kind of keep walking for a few minutes before realizing that everyone else has stopped. He'll be like, "Oh, right," and then he'll turn around and make his way back to everybody.
Right back to everybody. Okay. So everyone's sort of in camp. What about Willow?
Yeah, she's just gonna find her little spot that's close, but far enough away she won't accidentally touch anybody and just kind
Fair
of do her meditation thing.
Okay, cool. So, as you guys sort of like make camp, fire burning, and I don't know if anyone's gonna make food or anyone's gonna cook or that sort of thing. Like, who's gonna have first watch? Let me ask that. Willow will be first watch. Okay,
I will. Yep.
perfect. As you are on watch and everyone else is sort of down for the night or down for whatever, if it's day or night, you don't know, but for the most part, it goes uneventful. Every once in a while, you'll hear noises in the dark, but nothing that alerts you to anything dangerous. More like just sort of like forest noises. You're used to them. You've heard them before. You don't hear anything that you're not familiar with. We'll put it that way. So, all right. So yeah, so your watch goes pretty uneventful. It's really sort of calm. You're sort of in your element. You listen to the wind blowing through the trees and the sort of nature sounds, the insects and that sort of thing. So who's the second watch? Varric is second watch. Okay. So Varric, you take over the watch. Again, for the most part, it's pretty uneventful. Again, you're hearing noises that you're probably familiar with, so nothing out of the ordinary. But where is he at mentally?
I think it's sort of like exposure therapy for his memories, where he's thinking about a memory that was either repressed or was just too painful to keep in the forefront, and it's sort of like holding on to a hot stone in your hand and training yourself just not to not to drop it, not to toss it, just training yourself to kind of get used to it, passing it back and forth. That's what he's doing with his memories. He's doing that kind of exposure therapy to him, so it's not as what's the word I'm trying to think of? It's not as like abrasive or like immediate when they first come up. It won't be so visceral. That's what I was thinking of. It won't be so visceral.
Okay. Very cool. All right. So, yeah. So you're there. You're basically left with your thoughts and sort of dealing with all that. Well, yeah. So but for the most part, for your watch, your watch goes uneventful. So, all right. Who's next? Who's the third on the watch?
Mint will kind of pick his head up and he'll take the third watch.
Okay. So Mint, as you're sort of like true sighting yourself around, again, you are going to see some like little woodland creatures, and that you're just sort of like, man, okay, whatever. And then as you're sort of scanning and you're kind of, eyes are kind of heavy a little bit, you're just looking, suddenly you see the telltale signs of a pheasant.
Oh shit.
Not just one, but a whole flock of them.
Yeah, he goes into like that cat pounce kind of position, and his eyes get really wide, and he just starts silent, like his head just starts swiveling like an owl, just watching the.
Yeah, you see them. They get pretty close to camp, actually.
He's gonna go after them.
Okay, cool. All right. So are you going to stealthily go after them? Or are you just going to try to pounce on them?
He will. He's gonna misty step behind them, right on top of them, and then use a breath attack.
Okay,
to try to get them all in one fell swoop.
go for it.
Okay, so he missed these steps if they're close enough, and then
Yeah, they're close.
okay, and then oh shoot, I had the wrong window open. I think he gets his breath attack is a cone, and I think it's fire. Let me
Okay.
look up. He's using the pendant, the ability given to him by that pendant.
Okay.
Just gotta find it. Drive. Shoot. I think it was like 3d6.
Yeah, it was the yes.
It was the pendant that he got from Evessis, I think.
Yep.
I just can't. Hold on. I had it here. Really need to just make a folder for all this. Okay, I found the lizard shanker, organist, oath. Dragon tooth artifact. Okay, I found it. So it says the wearer can use the amulet to cast Dragon's Breath spell once per day without expending. Okay, so he's going to do that. The spell is cast at second level. All right, so Dragon's Breath at second level on the family of pheasants. All right, so
All right.
someone's
town.
eating good tonight. Yeah, so that's going to be 46. So they're going to need to make a dexterity saving throw. It's a 15-foot cone, and I'm assuming it's fire because I think that's what it was last time. Are these ninja pheasants?
Yeah, no, they failed.
Okay. To make things quick, I'm just going to use the dice roller on Google. And how many d6 did I say it was? It was 46. So
Pretty sure they're going to be like
roll.
fried pheasant.
Yeah, it's dinner. 11 fire damage.
Oh yeah, it's like roast pheasant for dinner.
Nice.
I'm just gone. There's nothing left.
Yeah, he'll pick them up and he will just very happily, ecstatically walk back to Brenna, and he'll kind of nudge her to wake her up and throw 2 in front of her.
I was gonna say none of us wake up to a flamethrower happening.
I mean, y'all can roll perception to see.
$25.
21.
Yeah. Oh, y'all.
19.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You all. So, I mean, Bellinor, you got a 5, except Bellinor.
I think Karen's going to shoot up, going like, huh? What?
Not to worry, not to worry. Evil pheasants tried to make their way into our camp, but I took care of it.
What?
I'm in my meditative. Go ahead.
No, I was like, go ahead.
Then I'm in my meditative state, but I just kind of open one eye and then just take a big sigh and try and go back into my meditation. Like,
All right, cool. Hey, real quick, guys, we're going to take a quick break real quick. I just got to step away for just a second. Okay.
All right.
We're going to take a real quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go away for more crazy action that's going on. All right, and we are back. Sorry, I unmuted and then muted myself. All right, so we are back. And when last week, for those of you who either just joined us or left off, Mint had just cooked a family of pheasants. Everybody except for Bellinor saw the flash. Kieran, you can roll a perception roll.
Oh, another perception?
Yeah, I want you to do one more.
Okay.
You're gonna
19.
Oh, that's good too. So, yeah, when the flash happens, you shoot up and you're like, what the heck? You could have sworn for a microsecond that you saw eye shine in the forest.
In the direction where Mint was, or not where Mint was?
Off.
Okay. Well, being literally half awake, I was like, huh? What? Huh?
What could that do?
I mean, I remember Mint was saying something about just because he's AFK right now. I think he says like, no problem, just making some pheasants try to sneak up on us. I think was the verbiage.
Yep.
Yeah. So Kieran's gonna be like, okay, thinking that he's probably not even hearing it correctly because he's so asleep. He's literally just gonna lay back down.
Fair. Okay. That's perfect. Okay. What about the rest of you that were awakened by Mint's pyrotechnics?
I just cracked that one eye, like, okay, deep sigh, and I went right back into my meditation.
Okay. All right. What about Varric?
Varric was awoken by the smell of cooking pheasant. Not necessarily by the fire, but just he's just meat. Sits up.
Like,
Hmm.
say meat and mead, maybe?
You know, this meat could use some mead.
Love it. Okay. So you're just sort of awake now?
Yeah, it's sort of like the things in the cartoons where the smell reaches over and grabs you by the nose and kind of floats you.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, so you sort of are led to the grisly site of the pheasant family massacre. We're talking mom and pop and all the little ones, just sort of roasted. And they're
amazing.
probably
You get
very edible.
temperature right and everything.
Yeah, they're juicy and tender, not like leathery and kind of chewy like you would think they would with dragon's breath. But no, they seem to be quite succulent. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Mint wouldn't mind.
Help myself to the dad. He's probably the juiciest. He's like, oh, okay, don't mind if I do.
Oh yeah, it's super tender, super juicy, delicious. We were just saying that Varric came over to help himself to some of the roasted pheasant. He came over to look at the pheasant family massacre, as Mint has roasted an entire family of pheasants.
Yeah, Mint is very happily just sitting back, like next to Brenna, and he's just nomming on a whole pheasant, and she's probably guzzled, the whole one down.
Yeah, spitting out the bones.
There's just a pile of just roasted pheasant there.
Yep, and I think that you, Varric, and Brenna will probably finish them off pretty easily. They'll give you the bones, of course. They'll give you all of the bones to do as you please.
A little pile, much appreciated.
You see the bones disappear from his hand. You don't even. You didn't even see Mint move.
It's like, where'd they go? Like, he's so good at that. He's a magician. He's a sorcerer. All right. So after you have had your meal and protected the camp against the evil peasants, you guys go back to bed.
Yeah, Mint's gonna definitely go back to bed. 100%. He's gonna yell.
Who's the next watch?
Karen can take it.
Okay, cool. So Mint, you go to bed. Eric, you go back to sleep after your meet. All right. So Karen, you're out. You're up watching the camp. It still smells like roast and burnt feathers.
Yeah, because once Kieran's actually awake, he's gonna be like, "Oh shit, Mint wasn't kidding." And then it's gonna make him think about the flash he saw, like the light he saw and the off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of makes him a little worried. So he's gonna pick up a stone and cast. I'm pretty sure I have light as a cantrip, right?
I think so.
Yes, I do. So I'm going to cast light, and I'm going to toss it in the direction where I remember seeing the flash of the eyes.
Okay. Yeah. So as you toss the stone, you see it, and you can see the light kind of bounce.
Mm-hmm.
And when it stops and it rests, you don't see anything at first. You're just sort of like looking, sort of like watching.
Yeah.
And the eye shine like a blink.
Fuck. So I'm then, because I don't want to take my eyes off it.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. I'm going to cast Presentation as many times as needed to wake everyone up. Like on each person, that's going to be like just like a little like shower sparks hitting their face.
Okay.
It's literally just going to be like he's just going to be snapping.
Okay.
Like he's just minding his business, thinking of a rhythm. But every time he snaps, it's casting until like Willow's up, Varric's up, etc.
Okay. So yeah, I want y'all roll perception for me to see if it wakes you guys up, or snaps you out of your your meditations.
For the love of God, please.
28. I'm awake.
21, awake but not happy about it.
Eleanor got a 2.
I got a 3. I rolled a natural 1. I have a +2 to perception.
Okay.
A 5.
So Eleanor and Mint are kind of out of it. The others wake up.
Brenna, did you want me to roll for Brenna or?
Oh yeah, you can roll for Brenna.
I rolled a 19 for her, so.
Okay, so Brenna wakes up and shakes you, which I'm assuming wakes you up. And she looks over at Bellinor, and she like reaches over to him and kind of like flicks him with her finger. Wake up, which will definitely wake you up. And she also rolls. She just sort of flicks you. Off we go. All right, so everyone's awake now.
Yeah. My eyes are still like everyone who's looking at Kieran will just see that he's just staring into the woods where there's a bright light coming from because my cantrip's still going.
Get out, get in. Hear me?
Mint, I think you forgot to put some of your fire out there.
Hey, do not dig in there.
I think I got all the pheasants. There's no way that they
No
survive.
peeking now.
So why did you wake us up?
Because something is watching us, as I say through my teeth. As I without raising my hand, I'm going to move one hand on my I keep my hands down and make it seem like, again, I don't know that's staring at us. And I'm just going to like point in the direction for them to see where the eye reflection is.
Who's
Bellinor
watching us where?
Yeah, same thing. Bellinor half asleep is like, what? Somebody's watching us?
Okay. So they
God.
everyone looks where Kieran is looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all don't see anything.
Hey, over there, you over there watching us.
And he'll use prestidigitation to create little firework things.
Oh my god.
Okay.
There's more of this where that came from.
You don't see anything.
He looks over at Kieran and squints his eyes.
Do I still
I'm
see it or is it
trying.
gone?
No, you don't see it either.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like I was saying it's ideal.
I'm trying really hard, but not succeeding much with all the conversation to listen to the sounds of the forest to see if it's like unnaturally quiet or
Roll a nature check.
do what?
You can roll a nature check.
I did. I rolled a 6. I said everybody's talking, so I probably couldn't.
Nope.
I'm like, shh.
Yeah, no, you can't. No.
Yeah, I was like, no, there was seriously something there. Eyes were reflecting back. It almost reminded me of a thing that wants to hunt you there, Willow.
Oh, the cat dragon.
Yeah.
Mint just kind of squints his eyes and he's like,
All right, Brando, let's go back to bed.
Y'all go back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going back to sleep now. Thanks. You know?
We have to have a posture.
Maybe your eyes are seeing things. I know sometimes mine do that too. And I'm not saying you didn't see something, but yeah, he's just gonna turn and go back to the bed.
I'm just saying, if there's some sort of powerful entity out there, I'm sure they would have contacted me by now. And he's going to turn over and go back to sleep.
So what are the other two doing? Aaron and what do y'all do?
I'm on high alert just because of what he said. But I'm looking through my spells to see if anything would.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick up as many stones I can, cast light, and just toss them in like a circle around us.
Okay.
Just to see if I can spot the reflective eyes again.
Okay. And you guys can, or Willow, while you're sitting there, you can roll perception while he does that.
Okay. Back to my other page. 12.
Okay. So Willow, you're not. He's throwing these stones out there, and you're not seeing anything like out of the ordinary. There's stones in the dark. Here and on the fourth, when you toss the fourth stone, you see the eye shine, and then it goes away.
Do I see which direction it moves before it disappears? Or does it kind of like back away from the light first?
It's completely in a completely different place.
No, but I'm saying like when you said I see it and then it disappears, I'm saying is it like backing away from the light and I lose sight of it, or is it moving away from the light? Like how's it moving?
Like it looks like it just closed its eyes.
Okay. I want to keep tossing lights in a circle. I want to make sure there's no blind spots. So when it so if that was the case, I can be like, okay, cool. I still see you, bitch.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, so you toss a couple more, nothing. Toss a couple more, nothing. Toss your last couple, eye shine again. Let it go.
Actually, you know what? That's a cantrip, so it's not going to hurt. How far away was the eye shine from me?
I'm going to say you could toss those rocks, 15, 20 feet tops.
Yeah.
A thick forest. So they're probably about 20 or 25 feet away.
Okay. Oh, wait, no, never mind. It's a range of 5 feet. Never mind. I ain't getting that fucking close.
Mint, you have a red hawthorn for the next time you are awakened.
And dang it, that doesn't work either because it's on self with a area of 15 feet. Okay. Dang it. All right. Though I did just reread light. That was my mistake. So every time I cast it, the previous one went out. So I can't actually make any blind spots. That was my mistake.
Okay.
Shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna just rest and watch. I'm just gonna be keep my eyes out. Just hopefully there's maybe an eye reflection based on the fire that Brenna made.
Okay, cool. All right, what about
Yeah,
Lilith?
I'm on very high alert. I'm not going back to sleep. I'm literally just like doing slow turns, checking all around our perimeter.
Okay. So you guys continue for the night. Pretty uneventful. You don't see the eye shine again. So we're at the end of your watch, which means Bellinor, you're up. Because, what could possibly go wrong with Bellinor on the watch?
Yeah, it's fine.
Wait.
He's up by himself. It's okay.
I was gonna say before when it's time to wake up Bellinor for his watch, I'm actually gonna wake him up the same way I woke everyone up earlier. Just use presentation to do the sparks on the face.
Sparks on the face. Perception.
Oh. See if I can roll higher than a 5.
You are rolling pretty crappy today.
I can. It's a 6.
See, this is why I like playing the classes that become skill monkeys, because then my luck can't be a factor.
Fair
Like
enough.
perception, I have a plus 14. I can't fail.
That's fair. But Bellinor does not, and he's still asleep. So what you gonna do? You gonna try to wake him up some other way?
I'll tell Kieran, it's like, I'm not going back to sleep, so I'll take the last one.
Okay, but let me at least try one more thing. I was going to walk up and start kicking him in the boot.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you kick him, he'll wake up.
Yeah, I'm going to kick his boot.
Okay.
When he wakes up, his eyes are gonna immediately go black, and just for fun, he's gonna start speaking to you in Abyssal, trying to freak you out. When you kick him, he's gonna wrap around your foot and just start speaking to you in Abyssal with his eyes going black.
For the shits and giggles, can I roll like a wisdom save for that? Just for shits and giggles.
I'm gonna roll a performance. I'm gonna see how good.
Yeah, I'm about to say, go ahead and roll your performance first.
Absolutely.
That's 22.
Oh, okay. Well, my wisdom save isn't as high as my charisma save, so let's see what happens. Nope, that's a 7.
Yeah.
There's my luck.
So yeah. So this probably scares the hell out of you.
Oh yeah, no, like whatever the equivalent of whole Jesus fucking Christ is for Orlea, that's what he did.
Fair enough. So you've scared the bejesus out of Kieran.
And then I'm gonna press his digitation and just make it look like he peed himself.
Love it.
Now I'm going to prestidigitate it back to clean.
Nice.
All right, you kicked me. Is it my watch? What's?
Yes, it is.
And I'm just watching both of y'all. I'm literally watching both of y'all and saying, "Are y'all done?"
No.
Possible danger in the area. You're fussing around.
I'm about to say I'm done. I can't speak for Mr. Actually, no, I'll say this joke for later. I want to make sure you're good with this joke off camera, Taryn.
Oh, I'm good with whatever.
I was going to say, okay, then Karen's going to say Mr. On the Corner for Gods, apparently.
Damn right he is.
Like I said, you said you're good for whatever, so I just want to make sure.
Damn right he is.
Okay.
Love it. Okay. So, Bellinor, you're up
Mm-hmm.
for your watch. Willow is there as well because she's paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Oh my.
They're stupid. They're playing and being dumb. So, all right. So, what do you do on your watch?
Bellinor, typically on his watches, he just, checks in on his aging alcohol, tries some new combinations of flavors to see what would taste good. He's just kind of, being the alcoholic that he is. He's not really an alcoholic. He just likes making good tasting drinks. But and if Willow's up, he's definitely like, here, try this. Here, try this. Here, try this.
Like, thank you. No, thank you. You know?
There's just going to be a bunch of shot glasses set up like right by you because he's just persistent. You're muted, Will.
Yeah, I'm going to say muted.
Yeah, I know. I was like, damn it. So while you guys are, while Bellinor is boozing it up, Kieran, I need you to do a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, no. Okay. See, that would have been the roll for when Bellinor tried to scare me. 18 on die for a 22.
Okay, cool. So with the 22, you are tuned in as you
Oh, no.
receive a message.
Oh, no.
And it's simply, hello, my darling. One. My darling one. Not my darling.
Yeah.
My darling one. I bring news.
Do I recognize the voice?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you recognize it. It's Tellerin, the wolf cat.
Oh, okay.
She's come to tell you that you're all in danger, especially your druid friend.
Fucking
No!
Sorry. I had to write the character there. Fucking called it! I'm gonna try and communicate back, go okay, danger is in the next few minutes or next few hours where I can sleep.
I could be any moment. They don't.
Great. I'm gonna immediately, wake up, wipe whatever sand I need to get out of my eyes. Be like, okay, y'all remember the giant ass wolf cats that I had to stare down and apparently bonded with? Talking to Willow and Bellinor since they're the only ones up.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, was Bellinor there for that one?
No, I don't remember that. Here, try this.
No, I can't believe I'm saying this. It's too early for that. Yeah, you remember how they could speak to me from all sorts of distances? Willow?
Yeah.
Remember my hunch about those reflective eyes earlier?
No.
Yeah, we need to wake everyone up. And Kieran's immediately going to run over to Vera, kick him in the shin.
Ah, what the fuck?
I say, fight soon, get ready. He's then going to run over to Mitt and just trying to kick him in the shin. He tried kicking him in the knee almost.
Kicking him in the shin is like kicking him in the gut.
Well, all right. I'm fixing to send you a message, Will.
Okay.
But he's going to go over.
It's a lot of spiky, bony armor.
Oh yeah, that's true. But he's going to try and kick men awake.
I mean, you'll wake up Brenna, which will.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone's awake now.
Mm-hmm. And once men is awake, Karen's going to go like, yeah. Do you remember the remember? 'Cause I think you were the one that dubbed this Willow's nemesis.
Mm.
Yeah, Willow's nemesis might be here. Like now.
Oh, that cat dragon.
Yes, that thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Why are you saying "oh" like you want to friend it? Like that's Karen literally asking meant that.
Well, and he says in Draconic, it's a dragon.
When you say that, because Kieran does speak Draconic, he's just going to drop his egg on like, I should have guessed. This is not the dragon to friend. This is the dragon to possibly kill and or at least get away from.
I don't know. I think all dragons are just misunderstood, but maybe you're right about this one.
Yeah, but this one wants to eat Willow. Would you rather friend the dragon and let it eat Willow, or save Willow and kill and or deter said dragon?
Well, I like Willow.
There we go.
Aww.
Okay. So what are we doing?
Oh, I'm pretty much preparing whatever. I'm going to prepare something for whenever the thing rears its head. I got a full rest at this point, right?
Oh yeah, everyone's got rest.
Oh, thank God, means I got my 7th level spell slots back. So I'm not gonna use the 7th one. Yeah, I just want to make sure you at least had it ready. Where the fuck is this spell? I'm going to prepare Psychic Lance for when this thing shows.
Okay.
Oh yeah, man! Don't forget your Red Hawthorn.
Oh yeah, when he wakes up, he's like,
Dragon Daddy says hello. Ah.
Makes total sense. That makes total sense. Okay. What's everybody else doing? I'm trying to find that sheet. Okay. What's everybody else doing at this point? Varric and everybody else?
Varric's got his wolf spear out, and he's standing next to Willow.
Mint's gonna tell Brenda to light it up, so she just blows fire everywhere.
Okay. This is a choice. All right. So she's blowing fire.
He's gonna just kind of hold, like he's gonna sit on top of her, like her head, and he's gonna steer her head like a flamethrower, just a flamethrower, just spewing fire everywhere.
Okay. And that's what happens. And now you're in a forest fire.
Oh God. Flashback.
We did
Not
it.
the
We
fire!
saved Willow. You're a meat killing.
He's gonna look at Karen. He's gonna, just because he's half asleep.
Am I doing it? Am I killing the cat dragon? Ah,
Man, stop! It's not here yet.
but you said it was here, and I have to protect Willow.
I said it was near. Though also, out of character, Damn, we gave Willow a Vietnam flashback.
Yeah,
Nearest relative. Nearest relative.
Matt, stop! Before you kill us all!
He kind of like, all right. He, he tells Brenda to stop.
okay. Brenda stops. Forest is still on fire.
I mean, can't do anything about that now.
Good job, Brenda.
Okay, so what's everybody else doing now that the forest is now on fire all around you? By the way,
Can I look around to see if maybe we can spot the cat dragon now?
sure, you can roll.
To see at least if that helped. 26.
You don't see anything at this point except fire.
Nice. Not even like up. If I look up in the sky.
Oh no, you can't even see anything. You can't see the
Damn.
sky at all. The canopy, which is on fire as well, by the way. So
Yay.
Oh my God.
surrounded by fire.
Oh, it's about as hot as North Carolina right now. Yay.
Yeah, or South Texas. So the place is ablaze. You know, the canopy is on fire now too, and hot fire branches are starting
Should
to
probably
drop.
get out of here.
It's not
Has
very safe at the moment. No.
Has enough of the canopy burned away to where we could fly away?
No, not yet.
Mint is going to direct Brenda to burn more of the canopy.
What?
As soon as
He's like, listen,
We can fly out of here. And then he's just going to like pull her head up.
do it.
right when you go to say, dude, I'm gonna be like, can Brenda even carry all of us? No, don't wait. Fuck.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about you guys.
All right, I'm gonna cast a spell.
So, okay, Kira's gonna remember that for when we're out of danger. I'm gonna make sure I save a spell slot for something there.
Do any of you magic users have anything that could help with the fire?
Yes, give me a sec.
I was told
Yeah.
once
Oh,
as a
good.
young goblin to fight fire with fire. Right?
Wait, out of curiosity, as Willow's double checking what they can do about the fire, what size is Brenda now?
I can tell you 1 second. She is a large dragon.
Okay.
So she's anywhere from 12 to 15 feet long.
Yeah, because
And her
what I was
carrying
thinking about.
capacity is doubled. So she could potentially carry everybody.
That, well, maybe everyone but Varric.
Well, yeah.
But that's why I just had the idea of how we can get out of this since you went ahead and did that, maybe. But I'm going to let Willow do her thing.
Okay.
This is just
Okay,
a backup.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Create Water.
Okay. What does that give you specifically?
It's let's see, 30 foot. Only thing beyond the second slot, 10 by 5 feet. 35, 40, 45, 50, 60 feet of rain. I'm going to clear a 60-foot area.
Okay.
Which is a path out of here.
Do you have to have sky in order to do that, or can it just be created anywhere? Out of curiosity, because I'm not sure. Or does it not say something?
All I need is a drop of water.
Okay. Cool.
And
Yes.
So yeah, I'm going to create, clear 60 feet is let it rain in a 60 feet cube to clear a path for us out of here.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Absolutely.
Mint leans over to Varric and says,
I got enough room for you. How do you feel about being a raccoon again?
I forgot about that.
I didn't even think about that either. I was just going to enlarge Brenna.
He looks at you and he goes, you see his eyes light up. He's like,
yeah. He probably morphs him into a raccoon.
Oh my god.
You just turned who into a raccoon?
Varric.
Varric into a raccoon. Okay.
Yeah, so he can get on top of Brenna and
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm already running through the gap that Willow made.
Okay. Yeah, there's a 60-foot gap in the fire now.
Would Brenna be able to carry everybody, assuming that Varric is now a raccoon?
She should be able to,
right?
Because he was the biggest of you all.
And she has doubled the carrying capacity too, so
yeah,
he'll just throw that out there. He'll say,
"Everyone, get on, Brenna,"
and then he'll have her start to take off.
Okay.
Through the gap that was created with water.
So does everybody get on to Brenna?
Well, Kieran's already running.
Well, that's true. Kieran, you were already running. But does everybody else get on Brenna?
Yeah.
I followed Kieran.
Okay, that's fine. So who else is still back with Brenna and Mint?
I want to say,
yeah, you're a raccoon. So
Bellinor climbs on Brenna and holds out a little shot glass towards Mint. Here, try this.
Mint takes it, and then as he's taking it, he whispers to Brenna, "Hey, Brenna, remember when we practiced picking up small animals with your claws?" And then he points to Kieran and Willow.
yes.
Okay, so
oh god damn it, Christian!
Wings out, one hop. She's hovering in the air, moving down the path, and there's Kieran and Willow. Brenna reaches out with her claws and gently grabs the two of you and lifts off. And she kind of pulls, she does a quick thrust of her wings, pulls herself in, pulls y'all in, and basically creates like a spear almost. And she literally punctures the canopy and is now above the forest. And as you look back to the gigantic fire that you started.
For no particular reason, Mint yells "Free Willy" and then drinks.
Free Willy! God bless America. All right, so free willying yourselves out of the forest. You're now hovering above. Brenna sort of caught the updraft, and is kind of just literally hovering above the forest. And like I said, you can see the gigantic forest fire that you've started.
Yeah, so right now, just double check. Kieran and Willow are in the claws of Brenna, right? So when Brenna first grabs us, Kieran's going "Oh god, it's a cat dragon!" Because he wasn't looking to see what grabbed him. And then once in the air, he looks "Oh, it's Brenna." Okay.
It's a cat dragon. It's got me. It's got me.
And then when looking down, we're high off the ground. He's "Oh shit!" He's trying to hold on to Brenna above him just in case Brenna lets go by accident.
That's fair. Okay. So you guys can roll perception for me.
Yeah, I have to say I'm totally looking down to see if I see this thing. But I'm not going back to the board.
23.
23? Nice.
My raccoon
Also
eyes.
23.
23?
Oh, dice. God damn it. It was about to be a 19 on die that went 9. So that's going to be a 23 overall.
Still nice. Not bad. Bellinor?
22.
Oh, 22. Bellinor? I can only imagine.
9.
Was it a 6 digit?
It was a single digit. It was 9.
9. Okay.
It's better than the other rolls, but
That's
you know.
going up.
Go wash those dice.
Yeah, I probably should get my physical dice out, but I just moved and I don't know where they're at the moment. So
My curse is spreading.
So as Brenna is hovering above the forest, awaiting Mint's instructions, those of you who rolled high except for Bellamar, which is everybody except for Bellamar. Yeah, down below you'll see something moving amongst the trees.
It's like, Brenna, don't let go. Don't let go. Don't let go.
It's dark, so you can't really tell what or who, but it's big.
I'm just laser focused on it.
No, Kieran's more so looking at the whole like, don't let go, don't let go, don't let go.
You said it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Save the forest.
Well, let me see here. Okay, let me see. What do I want to?
How far up are we?
You're probably, well, you had to be above the canopy, so you're probably about 120 feet up. Yeah,
No way I can do what I want. You know.
Mint's gonna ask you. Actually, he's gonna ask Willow.
Hey, do you think you can? You think you can make more water?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're high enough, I think we could probably try to stop this fire.
That would be good.
Or I could ask Brenna to create like a circle of fire circling this big, large, shadowy thing in, and then we can blow more fire at it until the blaze consumes all.
And then he laughs maniacally.
As the flames
Thank-
highlight it's
Yeah,
the glow of the fire.
his eyes glow like what's
And
that
she-
scene where
she's
Stitch
gonna
blows up
say-
the big rig?
Love it.
She's gonna say, "Don't kill it. It's just trying to survive."
We don't even know what it is. I just was scared and I told Brenna to shoot fire everywhere.
I love Willow's knowledge.
So I'm gonna create water and try and put out more of the fire.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, you're able to do it. I mean, you're able to
Yeah.
rain water down. Eventually, you'll put out the bit of the fire. Or all of it. Eventually, you'll put it all out.
Good. Okay.
A huge swath of the forest is burned.
Mint will just yell out to the forest.
Hey, there's more where that came from. Show yourself, or we'll burn it down.
Okay.
I'll roll. I guess I'll roll intimidation, right? 'Cause,
Intimidation?
I mean, that's what he's not
Absolutely. Go for it. Roll that intimidation.
bluffing.
And I will
Okay.
roll.
All right.
Oh,
Okay. That's a 17.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay, that's a 22. So they're not.
I don't think they bought it.
Can he use his true sight
What is
to
it
try
doing?
to discern what the shadow is?
It's just like bouncing around in the trees. It's like it's not leaving. It's sort of like waiting for you to fall or land or something.
Hmm.
And that's okay.
How long does polymorph last?
I mean, he can cancel it if you need him to.
Well, I was gonna say if he cancels, that would be too big. But if you want, he's gonna try to convey an idea, a plan where he like, you just see his tiny little raccoon hands like.
Okay. Then you can roll perception to see if you can figure that out.
It's a concentration, so he can just, as long as he's concentrating on it.
And
Can you go lower?
You can do a little performance.
It's a 9 in performance.
You're not doing it very well.
Yeah, he's just like, you grab me, bro. You grab.
So while the raccoon is trying to talk to me, it's just like looking. Will, I need you to do a dexterity saving throw.
Huh. 8.
So as you're like, hey, can you go lower? You're going lower, I suppose. You're going to go lower.
Yeah. As long as he's not too distracted by the raccoons.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's the raccoon's dance.
Yeah. He might be too distracted to be like.
Okay.
Yeah, it's animal. Yeah, 4 legs.
So,
Okay, 3 snuggles.
hey, so you're there and you're like, can you go lower? And then out of the darkness directly in front of you, everybody, I need everyone to roll a perception check, other than Will, but everybody else can roll.
Nat 20.
Beautiful.
Dirty 20.
Beautiful.
22.
Beautiful.
11.
So as you guys hear Willa go, can you get lower? Out of nowhere, this thing comes out of the darkness, grabs Willow, and takes her away. And that's where we're ending.
Little tug of war.
Well.
No.
Can I do something as we end it? It won't change anything.
Okay, what do you want to do?
So I'm gonna use his scales of safeguarding to give her my charisma bonus to her, to resist the damage of like whatever it's doing. So she'll get a +4.
I'm going to have you roll a D100, and let's see if it works.
Okay. Get this going.
If it's over 50, it'll work. If it's under 50, it doesn't. Can't hear you.
Okay, I muted myself 2 different times. Apparently, I got a 99. I said it 3 times.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so it's you pass it on before she's gone, before she's out of sight.
Okay, so like a bunch of just these iridescent scales will just shoot out from Mint and just kind of envelop Willow as she gets pulled away.
All right, cool.
And I'm going to say, it's all right, as I'm being dragged away.
All right.
Everything's perfectly fine.
I'm fine.
I got this.
Yeah, exactly. All right. All right, let's go around, tell everybody who we are, who we played, and
Oh wow.
right. We're going to start with Mint.
Hey everybody, I am Christian, and I play Mint Orcanus, the Bloodline Paladin Oath of the Dragon. And that was it, right?
Yep. That's like the third time now. Careful.
I know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the old fashions.
They sent you up a bit.
Yeah.
So, continue.
Oh, was that it? And then I go by
What's
Tipper
he
Hit Boy.
Yeah.
What's
Mint thinking at this point?
Mint is Mint is probably thinking that Mint's probably thinking he did a really good job. I mean, he probably was like, we did a good job burning the forest. We did a good job killing all those pheasants.
We did a great job, everybody.
Yeah, good pat on the back.
Yeah, we may have lost one of our team members, but we did good.
Yeah, all things considered, it's a success.
Success. All right, cool. All right, now let's go over to Bellinor.
Hey, what's up, buddy? I'm Taryn. I play Bellinor. Bellinor is more laughing at the fact that whatever this problem is seemingly more important than whatever problems everyone accuses him of creating. Because everyone's like, you did a bad thing, and now something that's totally not related is happening. So he's like, ha ha ha, I proved you. That's funny.
Your compassion is overwhelming.
Yeah. Compassion is not his strong suit.
That's hilarious. That's so funny. All right, let's go to Varric.
Hey everybody, I'm Nick. I go by Professor Hexagon on most socials. I played Varric Wolfspear Vigari, the Goliath Barbarian, who's currently a raccoon. You can find me on most socials under Professor Hexagon, with or without the underscore. You can find me here every other Monday. You can find me also here every other Thursday when I play the Rain of Vectin campaign. So fingers crossed that's happening this Thursday. And then every other Friday, you can find me on Kellen's channel where I play his amazing Stargate campaign. Finally getting out and doing missions again as a team, and it actually went really well last time. So hopefully I didn't just jinx it. What is Varric thinking right now? Varric is probably wondering if there are any grubs on Brenna's back that he could eat because he's a raccoon.
I think you can still like rage and do all your stuff. Like you're just a raccoon, but I think you have all your stuff, like your stats and all that still is the same.
Well, if that's the case, then I think
because if I'm not mistaken, when you get polymorphed, like don't you get to keep all your stuff? You're just limited by whatever form you're in.
Well, if that is the case, then
All right, polymorph. Transformation lasts for duration until target hits 0 HP or dies.
Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
Grubs.
Yeah. Your stats, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the stats of the chosen beast.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely searching for grubs.
Yeah, the only thing you retain is your alignment and personality.
You're a Varric personality raccoon.
That's terrifying.
It really is. It truly is.
That is me.
Okay. All right, Kel, you're next.
Hey, y'all, I am Kel, also known as the Celtic Wyvern King. You can find me here every Monday for either Orlea Origins, like tonight, or Wizards of Aria will be this upcoming Monday. You can find me on my own channel every other Wednesday, including this upcoming Wednesday. Well, not this upcoming, but next Wednesday, for my Theros 5e campaign, A God's Challenge, where my players went from, oh, we're at a fighting tournament to murder mystery. Every other Thursday, including... Is it this Thursday or next Thursday? I'm actually losing track of myself now. I think it's this Thursday.
We're back now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
this Thursday.
Okay. I'm in too many games at this point. If it wasn't for the Apollo bot, I would lose track. I'm so glad I helped set that up for the server. Anywho. But you can find me this Thursday back here for Reign of Vecna. Play Meek, the Reborn Goliath, Redemption Paladin. Try saying that 5 times fucking fast. You can find me back on my channel every other Friday. Possibly next Friday. I got to decide I'm on PTO, depending on what my family wants to do, because it'll be my first PTO in literally over a year. On that part, where I get to potentially traumatize my players, and or they derail my session. Now, we definitely check out the VOD for our last episode. It was real fun. And then
I feel justified in aborting the mission. You did make me leader.
You did.
Giant predator spiders. I was like,
you were perfectly
we're
fine
out of
with your
here.
choice. You were perfectly fine with your choice. I just wasn't expecting it. Anywho, and then especially as I remember to get one shots made up, you'll find me back here again whenever Will needs a time gap filled. Because we did a Jurassic Park one shot that Will loves to mention because he's got some merch for it, which he actually remembered it this time. Past few times you're like, damn, I forgot my mug. And then we also did a match one shot, which I got merch on my own store for that one. Which that was a really fun one. Huh?
We have other merch for the Jurassic Park one shot as well as you have to go check out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially my mug on a hoodie.
Yes. Dino Daddy, I believe.
Yeah, that's what you call me. Yes. Oh, though, Nick, what do you mean Alien One Shot? I don't have any Alien One Shot planned.
I'm saying you should.
Oh, that's one thing I might try and do. Yeah, because I have the new edition of the book because I kickstarted it.
Okay, that's fair.
But that should be it.
All right. And last but not least, Willow.
hello, I'm Lisa. I play Willow, a Ladrin Druid. Winterwolf Orlea in chat, D&D Winterwolf on Discord. You can find me every Monday night here on Halfling Wizards channel for either Origins, as we played tonight, or on alternating Mondays, Wind Riders of Aria, where we are so screwed right now. And then every other Friday, as Nick and Kel mentioned, in the Stargate campaign, which is so much fun. So much fun. Willow, what is she thinking? She's she's literally okay with this because she wants to talk to this thing.
Okay, that's fair.
And I was like, I keep forgetting the goddamn fucking question every single week.
Okay.
Karen's thinking,
And this is our Wind Riders of Aria mug. So
yep. Yeah, Karen's thinking, don't drop me, don't drop me, don't drop me. And it's like, wait, what the fuck? Oh shit! As Willow gets dragged away or flown away.
Yep. All right, cool. Yeah, all right. And of course, I am Will, the Halfling Wizard, who gets to run these awesome games with these awesome folks every Monday. Couple of things real quick. If you want, join our Patreon and get some pretty cool stuff, some homebrew items, such as the subclass that Christian plays with Mint. We will have that. I'm hoping because we're beta testing it now. It's kind of growing as we go. But eventually we will have it on the Patreon. There are other homebrew items on there that if you become a member, you can get that. Plus, you can also see the Session 0 of Reign of Vecna. It's the only place you can see it. Let's see. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can see all of our past episodes except for one, which was episode 19 of Origins, actually, because it just disappeared. We don't know how to do it. It was really weird. But everything else, go in there. I'm trying to keep them nice and organized in their playlists. So, yeah. Of course, as we had mentioned, go to our merch store. Check out some really cool merch. We have Pride merch going on right now as well through the month of June, and some pretty cool stuff. And then we have some very show-specific merch, and then we have channel-specific merch, and then we just have some fun. Like I said, my to-do list mug, which I absolutely love, which is from our Jurassic Park one-shot. But it has our to-do list on it, which says, my to-do list, 1, coffee, 2, avoid being eaten by a dinosaur. I was so inspired by this that I actually wrote a play called My To-Do List. And it's about an office. It's set in an office that's run by an AI named Dinah. And it's about...
It's awesome. I read it.
So, yeah. Let's see. Check out our partners over at Surge. We run that with Wind Riders. It's under that platform. You can go to their website, which is there below, down along the bottom there, which is www.warptree.com/game/surge. You can download the free basic rules, and I think they're about to update them, so they're going to be putting a new one up, so you'll be able to get that, and it's always free. Of course, Twitch. Check out all of our links. You can find it all below on our Twitch. Please like us here, give us a follow, give us a subscribe on YouTube. Support us any way you can. If you decide you want to tip us, give us money, that sort of thing, which we've had people do in the past. All that money goes back into the channel to help us and help players. I've been using it to help players get things that they need. But yeah, so if you want to do that, that's great. Speaking of donating, we are raising money for Freedom Service Dogs of America. And we're going to this is going to be our charity until we hit a $500 mark. I think we're at $375 now. Again, thanks to Lisa. She got us to that. So if you can, please do donate anything you can. They're a great organization. They have a great purpose. I love them. They're great people too. So yeah. Other than that, that is it from us until next time. Well, you'll see me again next Monday for Wind Riders, but you'll see some of these other folks in Vecna and et cetera, on the channel. So come back and check us out. But until then, y'all have a wonderful night, a wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon, wherever you are. Peace out. We love you all.
Tiny robes he's wearing so fine, in the tavern sipping on wine, knows the secrets of the old halfling wizard never told. Mystic wand and a pointed hat, talks to people about this and that, sneaky tricks and a wink in his eye. Halfling wizard makes the hours fly. Oh, halfling wizard in the night, casting spells to the moonlight. He can talk and he can know, in his world the magic grows. Down the road in evening light, he'll engage you, that's his delight. Readers of the stars he seeks, in a crowd he